Welcome to Simply Joy by Kristen. I'm Kristen and I'm so glad you are here. I am so excited for this week. Do you remember? It's the Maker's Box week and it's our first one for 2025. I have enjoyed working with this box so much, but I like to change things up, and so let's do something different, something unique, and give it a little magic. If you know anything, I love Disney, so let's do some Disney magic, and let's say for this month that the Maker's Box is the Mary Poppins bag, and so that what I am looking to create, it's gonna have a supply that's gonna help me do it. So let's get creative. Here we go. Let's try it out. The first thing that I really need is something for Valentine's Day. Okay, are you ready? Interesting. Huh. That is so adorable. Let's see what we can make using this cute little bird for Valentine's Day. The first thing I did was I took a vintage wooden spool and I took liquid patina and I added some sheet music and some words from the dictionary such as lovebird and Valentine. After cutting out the cute little bird, I am backing it with sheet music so that I can create a little bird that has two sides covered. Next, I sanded a wood heart, stamped it, and then added Be Mine to it. Did you notice I added a little gold edging to them? Oh, I love how that looks. So now it's time to put it all together and create this adorable little Valentine photo holder. I added some floral and I absolutely love how it turned out. You'll have to stay tuned to the end to see what it looks like. So I absolutely love how the first Valentine turned out. Do you think that I can get one more? Okay, so I would like one more Valentine's. Let's see what's in the box. Oh, we got paint this time. Oh, it looks like milk paint in a really pretty soft white. Okay, let me start brainstorming. After getting milk paint as my Valentine inspiration from the Mary Poppins bags, the Maker's Box, I decided let's try it on cardboard in this cute little heart cutout. The little hearts are from Dollar Tree and the cardboard hearts are from Hobby Lobby. Let's give it a try. After painting both of them with milk paint, I sanded them down and then I added clear wax to protect the paint, and I really tried to get into the grooves of the cardboard heart with the golden ticket patina from DIY Paint, and of course I edged them with my favorite gold paint marker. I'm back to the box. I'm loving how this little Valentine is turning out, the hearts with the milk paint, but I just don't think that I want this as the background. Do you think the box can provide me a background that would be Valentine's and go with these hearts? Okay, let's open it and find out. Oh, that's so pretty. I think that's gonna be perfect. I absolutely love how this napkin created the background for these two hearts. I think it was perfect. I added a little bit of gold edging and then of course glued the two down. And I think this is the sweetest little Valentine decor. Okay, so far we've had two really good projects. Like the box is really working. So let's just up the ante a little bit. I'm gonna switch. I want something spring, and I want to be able to upcycle something I did a few years back, but it needs a new look. Like the whole thing needs a fresh new look. Okay, are we ready? I'm a little nervous on this one. Let's see what we get. Oh, I think I was expecting something more, but here we go. We have paint. I'm gonna go to the drawing board and see what I can come up with. Review. I absolutely love this color. It is just beautiful, but I felt like it needed a little depth, and so I added the dark wax. So I was so inspired by the elmwood. It's like elmwood, that it kind of like jumped ahead without going to the box. So hopefully the box is not upset with me that I took a leap without them. This is still wet, but I did an edging of elmwood and I used this vintage white on there, and now I need something to be the star of this show. So wish me luck. Let's see what the box provides. Okay, here we go. Star of the show, something spring, something to go with what I'm already creating. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, I definitely thought we were gonna get something else, didn't you? Okay, we have something called Chestnut Mare. It's beautiful, but it wasn't what I was thinking. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have got ahead of myself. So here we go. Let's make something spring and the star of this show using this. Okay. Let's get back to the first spring project. The background is apothecary with a dry brush of vintage white from folk art, and of course my favorite stamp, Kindest Regards. How cute are bunny tails? Oh, they're just the cutest. But anyways, let's now work on its partner. Are you ready to see if I can make that chestnut mare work? So I added a little bit of dry brushing of apothecary to kind of tie the two together. I'm pretty sure Fusion isn't meant to paint fabric, but I thought why not, and created this adorable carrot. Oh my goodness, this carrot is too cute. And after creating it, I just didn't feel like it paired with the bunny as well. So guess what? I removed the lace and just kept the tail as lace. And they are the cutest little pair. Oh, I love it. I love it so, so much. Oh my goodness, way too cute. Last one. Here we go. I would like to create something that is mixed media, that's creative, and that's just fun, but yet something I've been wanting to do for a while. Okay, let's see what the box has. Yes! Oh yes, do you see this color? That's one of the new colors. I've been wanting this one. It's called Walk on Water. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, and look, we have one of Royce's papers. Oh, I love floral and I love script. A skull. Huh. Well, let's go have some creative fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to water tear some of this script around the skull to be the background of my canvas. And I'm going to leave the skull alone for a second. Okay, I think I have an idea of how I can use the skull and I think the floral. That one I'm still working on. And so right now I'm going to do some detail cutting of these two out. So any guesses on what I am up to? The canvas I'm working with is quite large, so it's really hard to get it into camera, but what I'm going to do next is just work on creating some interest in the background. Not sure what of these supplies I'm going to end up using, but I pulled out stencils, stamps, paints, and of course the beautiful flowers from the paper. Added the flowers to this corner, and are you loving this as much as me? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this piece. Before I show you the stenciling, I wanted to talk about a couple things. So I knew I wanted to use Eden and Walk on Water. They're two of the new DIY colors, and Walk on Water was in the box. I also wanted something to kind of give it a tether, which is why I chose Little Black Dress. I think black, white, and even like a taupe can be kind of like that tether. And then of course I love adding something really fun, and that's why I decided to add some gold. You could also do any kind of metallic. You could even do something that's super bright, but this is what I chose. Next up, when you're choosing your stencil, you don't want to take away from everything if it's your background, and that's why I chose this one. It is circular, but I liked that it wasn't perfect, but yet it wasn't going to take away too much from everything else that I'm doing. And I cannot wait to show you what it all looks like together. I started with applying the Walk on Water in the center. I did Eden above it, Little Black Dress below it, and covered them all with Golden Ticket. Well, as I said earlier, I like to change things up. So I'm going to do something a little different as we end with this last project. Now, first of all, I absolutely love the background that I created. Yeah, the recycled paper and the flowers and the stenciling and the stamps. It is such a cool background. I had so much fun creating it. but I told you that I had an idea for the skull. And I'm actually going to show you the finished piece right now, and then I'm going to talk through how I created it, because I think it's going to help you see where my idea came to life. So one of my I would say one of my strengths is to think outside of the box, which is hysterical because this is a box and I pushed myself to use this paper, which wasn't as Kristen-y, I don't know if that's a word, but turn it into something that was. So here's the final piece. So she's lovely. I made a lady on one of these canvases. It's a 10 by 20 canvas. Oh, quite a while ago. And I've wanted to make another one because I wanted one for my booth. So the one that I created earlier is just for me. It's in this creative space. What I saw, so I need to point out the first thing, is that this is the skull. So I flipped it upside down, and as you can see, it hooks around the dress. So I'm going to remind you what the skull looked like. I said hooked around the dress, but hooked around the neck. I think you got it. But one of the things that I used to help me create her is actually from Roycycled. It is her paper doll stencil, which I absolutely love. And so what I did, this one doesn't have arms, but I made her out of sheet music just so that I could have layers, because the dress for the most part is on top, but it needed to also hook around. So I needed this to be able to lift up to get behind. So I used the paper doll to create that. So let's talk about some of her other elements. So down here underneath this netting, that is tissue paper that was in a packaging when I bought something in a store. So I reused that, and then underneath here, and I'll pull up a picture, but that is the horn torn into little pieces. So I'm gonna show you a picture now. And then this is a paper bag that when I bought something, but I used that same stencil, but I only stenciled mainly, I think, in black. And I didn't worry about going heavy with paint just to add some texture. This meshed hysterically enough. I can't remember if it was fall or Easter. I ended up buying a lot because I was making projects with it, and then I was trying to think, like, I needed something else with her dress. I absolutely love how I left it with more of an organic look, because when I was cutting around the flowers, this is the shape that it gave. And so instead of making it smooth, I liked the tornness of it. But yeah, how cool is that? Okay, so let's talk some of the other things that I used to create her. So her dress is no longer the white. I did paint behind the skull and the flowers, not these ones, so that it popped a little bit more and didn't get lost in the background. But on top of it, I used some pastels to add a little color. I also used some gold, and I applied the tissue paper there because it was a little low. You know, want to keep her semi-modest, right? I hand cut the flowers out. I wish that there had been a few more. I think I would have trailed it down, but I do like the look of that. I think that that is just a fun element. She is full of splatter. I did black splatter, gold splatter. I even used my gold marker just to give some edging, but I didn't go strong all the way. You'll notice that some places don't have the gold because I just wanted it just to be hints of it, but not fully there. And then this, her hair is acrylic paints. I am not an expert at painting hair, but I have watched YouTube, and they talk about you have your main color, but then you have you need a darker color and then a highlight, so a low light and a highlight. And so you start with the color, you go a little darker, then you go a little lighter, and you're trying to do strands, and you're also trying to give some wisp around it. Let's see if I can, so that it looks like natural hair, because like you'll look at mine, I have one sticking up right there. Oh well, whatever. But it doesn't have to be perfect. The more that you can give it movement, the more it's gonna look like hair. Her cheeks, I'll have to insert a picture, but it's this really cool, I think it's a gelato. And the funny thing is I bought the whole case just for one color because I use it on the cheeks. So it's the color I use like when I give my snowman rosy cheeks, or when I'm working with these paper dolls. And then the very last element you'll see in her hair is I think it's meant to hold a bead because I flattened it out, but it's actually from my grandma. She collected so many things, and I have some of her craft items, and I incorporate them into my pieces as I see fit, and I just thought it was the perfect finishing touch. But I absolutely love her. Are you excited now to see all of it? All of it? Oh, I really, really like how each of these projects turned out this week, and I hope you did too. Okay, one more thing before we get going to the final projects, or maybe two things. Okay, anyways, I wanted to show you the products that I didn't get to just because, you know, there's only so much time, plus there's so much in this box. So I didn't get to one of the pink colors. This one's from DIY, and it is letterpress, and I love this gray. I actually already have that. This is one of Connie's papers. How pretty is that? I actually had a couple ideas, but I couldn't finalize what way to go. So there is the key. And then there was a second paper of Royce's that was just the background. But both of them had the postage stamp, and I didn't get to use that either. Like I said, there's so much in it. So I want to show you what is left of the items that I use. So clearly there's a ton of milk paint still left. If you look at my fusion paint, there's a lot left. The walk on water, there's still a lot left. And then I put all of my little paper scraps in a bag, but like I still have a bit of the napkin left. I still have 2 images of the adorable little bird left. And then let's see if I can, but I still have, whoops, I am dropping it everywhere. I still have a bit of the paper left. So this box goes a long ways. Okay, now let's get back to seeing the final pictures. Oh, I love them so. friend. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I know I'm still inside the Haven. One of these days I'll get back outside to do my intros and outros, but for now, this is where it is. But what did you think? Did I achieve making Sonnet's Maker's Box the Mary Poppins bag? And kind of staying with what I needed to create. I needed some Valentines, I needed some spring, and I really wanted to do one of those paper doll ladies again. It just had been so long, and I took something that wasn't so much me and created it into her. I kind of felt creatively mad. I almost feel like, you know how you're like, should I say it or not? But I kind of felt like a creative genius on how I was able to switch the skull around. And I hope, like, my hope is to encourage and inspire you. So when you have something, and maybe you got the box, or maybe it's something that you have in your beloved creative stash, but that you can make it work for what you need to do. Like, you can use what you have to make Valentines, or maybe you're in the spring mood, or maybe you're doing some mixed media, or maybe you are doing something for your home. But I would really encourage you to think outside of the box and essentially say, how can I make this work for what I need it to do? As always, you know, I love a good challenge, and I feel like that's what this box did. There are so many fun pieces in it, and I absolutely love it. And I mean, I've shared on how this box can provide a vignette, that you can get so much from one of Royce's papers. I think, was it 11 projects I got that one time? I don't know, I lost count. It can creatively challenge you. It can inspire you. You're trying new products at sample size. You're getting exclusive papers. Like, there were so many things that this box offers. But sometimes you're in the middle of a season where you need it to go a certain way. And I felt like, you know, it's a new year, and why not try something different? And so I made the Maker's Box into my Mary Poppins bag, and I had so much fun creating them. Like, I really love these pieces, and I cannot wait to incorporate them into my booth, or keep them. No, I probably shouldn't. I probably should put them all in my booth at some point, right? Anyways, I'm so glad you are here. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know, I love the heart, so if you want to leave me a heart in the comment or share what inspired you. Thank you for those that are putting those comments out there. When you say that I have inspired you creatively, it really makes my day. So thank you so much for sharing that, and I cannot wait to see you again. So until next time.